Until I was 24, I was drinking like everyone else. I would go to the pub with my friends, I would have some drinks, then I would have more drinks until I get pissed drunk. Come home and then I would wake up next day in the afternoon. Then next Monday I would come to work and would discuss the night out and the hangover with my friends and colleagues. This is an incorrect drinking, and about 5 years ago I stopped incorrect drinking. And I completely changed my drinking strategy, which is just drinking enough to relax or just to have a meaningful conversation with my wife or whenever I'm socializing with my friends. This is now I call a correct drinking. Going for drinks will destroy our life and hold us back from achieving our dreams. But here are 3 tips of what will happen if we drink correctly. Tip number 1. Drink correctly to save time. Most Fridays would go for drinks directly after 6 p.m. and stay up drinking all the way until 3 a.m. We would waste approximately 5 to 9 hours while being intoxicated, and almost all the next day we try to get rid of that hangover, which typically lasts up to 24 hours, and would waste almost our entire weekend recovering. But if we thought about how much we could have done in those 2 days and a half, working on our hobbies, dreams and ambitions, it would have changed our perspectives immediately. Although it's totally fine not to change anything if we don't have any goals or ambitions. But first, why do we drink? As human beings, we always search to avoid pain and gain pleasure. Or in other words, we just drink to get the sensation of euphoria. And because alcohol is a drug that temporarily puts us into that stage of euphoria, which makes us feel relaxed and happy. However, when we have a goal and we want to get it so bad, the drug that used to give us the sensation of euphoria will get replaced by our goal. And now with every single day of getting closer to our goal, we'll get a similar sense of euphoria, which again will make us happy because we'll enjoy the progress that we made to the success. Especially if you work in 9 to 5 and then you come home and you've got 7 to 12, those 5 hours are the limited hours only. How can we waste these on drinking instead of going one step forward? Well, unless we are our own worst enemy. The other reason we end up drinking is the peer pressure. Sometimes after work or college we're being tempted to go for a drink because all of our peers are going, and saying no to them becomes one of the most difficult things ever. Because they will say, "You're not coming? How come?" "Ah, come on." And from your perspective you'll feel like you're missing out on talks, on gossip and on mutual time spent together having fun. But the peer pressure becomes easy to overcome when you understand that your goals and ambitions do not match with your friends or colleagues' goals and ambitions. And at this stage we just need to provide them with a confident and an adequate reason, because we can't really just say no or we don't want to, because our friends and colleagues will want to know the reason, and as a human being we all crave for a reason. So you can say that you are not drinking anymore because you are working on your hobbies, or you took a challenge to stop drinking and start exercising, or just simply you decided to do the productive things that you wanted to do in your life. Once you say this with the confidence for a few times, your friends and colleagues won't come up to you again because they will know that you always do your own thing. You will notice that you will immediately get more time to work on your goals and ambitions, and slowly you will get ahead while others will fade out in a simple drunken existence in the bar. Tip number 2. By drinking correctly, you can invest money in yourself and get ahead of everyone. Let's say we drink a bottle of wine, which is not that bad of an amount. Some of us drink even way more than that. Let's say we spend about $15 per day, which makes approximately $5,500 per year. But even if we spend $10 or less, we sometimes forget to consider celebrations like Christmas, friends' birthday parties, or vacations where we typically spend most of our money. The ballpark we spend around $55,000 for drinks per 10 years. Let's think about this. Especially if we have goals and ambitions, we could have easily invest this money into educating ourselves in our business or hobbies that we are working on. I'd rather spend €500 on Facebook ads, test, play, experiment with promoting some product, instead of holding myself back by spending that money on drinks that are not refundable at all. But by testing and experimenting and playing with things in terms of apps or educating ourselves, we experiment, and even if we fail, we're still going to get experience. The experience will stay with us and it will make us to go ahead. Tip number 3. Increase health, energy and stay productive by drinking correctly. How does drinks affect our productivity and the amount of work we could have been doing? The more we drink, the more we urinate, the more we get dehydrated, which leads us to electrolyte imbalance and increases acetaldehyde from drinking, which causes us the hangover. Similar to when we eat a big meal, we feel full, sleepy and tired, and when we drink excessively, dehydration and hangover makes us feel fatigued, sleepy and sluggish, and the chances for us to go for a run or exercise plummets down to 0. And also when we drink excessively, our minds becomes very tipsy and lazy, and we can care less about the health or any type of diet that we are on. We just want fast food and we totally forget about the healthy food intake. But when we drink correctly, let's say a glass of wine over a dinner, it's a smart way to get relaxed and to go to a deep sleep. However, after a night of excessive drinking, drinking, we fall asleep quickly, but it quickly gets disrupted as we get up during the nights due to dehydration, and overall deeper sleep stages gets reduced. And when we drink incorrectly and in moderation, it doesn't harm us, it just benefits our health. For example, it reduces our risk from heart disease, reduces risk of having a ischemic stroke, or reduces risk of having diabetes, and in general it just makes us happy and makes us socialize. However, when we drink excessively, it totally disrupts our regimen and stops us from maintaining fit and healthy body, fresh mindset, in order for us to be able to do productive work that we want to do. And the more we drink, the more we forget of the things we meant to be doing, and when that happens, it just brings us mood down and just totally makes us stressed. So if we have goals and ambitions that we are trying to reach, drinking is one of our worst enemies, as we're wasting one of the most valuable thing in our life, which is time. On the top of that, we waste our energy and money, which could have been invested into ourselves while we're trying to get to our goals. This is it, and if you'd like to see more videos like these, then click subscribe button, red button below, and I will see you next time.